The Serpent and the Saint. The Serpent and the Saint. Toastmaster Mohammed Jawahar.
A little child befriended a serpent and was living in darkness for years. One day, in the rays of light, he saw a saint extending his hand. The young boy, with new hope and excitement, began to take steps to reach his hand when his evil companion curled and hissed at him. Contest chair, respected saints. 3 characteristics of a child impress his parents: intelligence, obedience, exuberance. My parents bore 3 children. They found in their only son the presence of all these qualities missing. I could still recall when my father rushed to the school to meet my 5th grade maths teacher, Miss Victoria. She handed over to him a 2-paper answer sheet that looked like a scrap paper from Einstein's dustbin. Numbers all over the place. Very impressive. She then pointed out at the question, which read, 3942438 divided by 786. A division in 5th grade, and despite of having scribbled for 2 whole papers, the answer was wrong. She did not stop there. What's even more frustrating is your son's antisocial nature. Despite of having been in the school for the last 5 years, he has only made 5 friends, all like him. None of the girls in this class has ever heard his voice before, and that hurt. For a middle-class man who has been struggling hard to give his best for his children, that was a devastating moment. Without uttering a single word, with a faint smile on his face, my father placed his arm around my shoulder and walked me home that day. 5 years later, after 2 transfers in between, I joined a new school, where I had a new English teacher, a man who sincerely believed that he has a much bigger social responsibility than just teaching. One day, he walked over to the class and said, "Boys and girls, today I want each of you to come on stage and speak for 1 minute. And if you pause in between, my timer will pause." Doesn't that make it much more terrifying than table topics? Oh yes. When my name was called, I felt weak at my knees. The serpent within me that kept inducing negativity and fear curled and hissed at me. But the immense hope that I saw in the eyes of the man sitting right in front, when his lips read, "Speak," defeated the serpent in me. As I saw the minute hand of the clock in front striking 12, I started speaking on anything and everything that was coming to my mind at the speed of a rocket, and before I realized, 1 minute was over. Woo! That day, I made it known to everyone that I could speak, though nobody knew what I spoke. The next day, I went and I enrolled in the school's oratory club. I joined the school's poetry club, and for the remaining few months, I stopped speaking to boys. That year, I went on to win first place in the inter-school oratory contest. For the first time, I felt the saints in my life had killed the serpent in me. I pursued chasing my newfound love as I entered into the university. In the final year of my graduation, I met with an accident that broke my back. 2 months later, I received a postcard from the university which read, "Dear Jawahar, we are glad to inform you that you have been selected to represent the university to participate in the South Zone Oratory Contest. We request you to report immediately to begin in-house training for 2 months." There was my father, a man who began working from the age of 16 to support his large family, whose only dream is to see his children succeed in life. And there, my mother, still sobbing, seeing her only son bedridden in traction for the last 2 months. And here in my hand, dream of my life that could make my whole family proud. Two months later, after recovering from the trauma, I returned back to the university to complete my degree. Like a flock of sheep, I stepped into the corporate world, leaving behind my passion and dreams. A decade of wandering. One day, while my wife was brushing through the bookshelf, she spotted the postcard preserved in between the pages of my favorite book, Gone with the Wind. She took it over to me and said, "Dear, if this could make you speak less at home, go find it outside." Like a drunk who had not drank in years being offered a drink, Toastmasters came on my way. The day I first stepped into the Toastmasters Club, I knew my battle against the serpent in me once again has begun. How many of you here have such postcards sitting in your drawer and continue to live in those memories? How many of you here have dreamt of becoming a singer, a dancer, or a speaker and continue to live in those dreams? If it is not for those saints in my life, I wouldn't be here speaking in front of you. I still dream to express, to speak my mind, to voice my opinion, and to make my words hear across the world, and to discover the saint in me who could help people struggling with a serpent that keeps inducing negativity, fear, and stops them from pursuing their aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your dreams? And what is it that is stopping you from turning them into reality? Remember, life is both cruel and generous at the same time. Sometimes it throws challenges at you during the most crucial juncture of your life, but many times it keeps throwing opportunities over and over, but only till the time the bell of your life goes